Okay, ladies, picture this. You are waking up in the morning and you are doing and saying and expressing your true self unapologetically. While you're doing this, you are attracting aligned circumstances, opportunities, things, people. That's your validation. That is what self-confidence does for you. And today I'm going to teach you how to become self-confident from the inside out. If we haven't met yet, my name is Callie. I'm the founder of the Self-Worth System, where I take women from feeling lost, confused, unclear, low self-worth to becoming clear, confident, and liberated from the chains of their past. Now, it's important to stay with me till the end of this video because I'm going to share really important tools that you can integrate today to change your life and to start helping you feel more confident from the inside out. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, starting at the root. And if you're serious about transforming, hit the button and the bell to be subscribed and notified every time that I post a new video on YouTube for self-worth, liberating yourself, attracting abundance, becoming self-confident, clear, and living this life with true purpose and intention. So, low self-confidence, what is it? Low self-confidence is ultimately it's an expression of what it is that you're holding inside. It is an expression of the subconscious, of your perceived level of self-worth from within. So, your deeper inside thoughts. If we have low self-worth, we're going to express it with low self-confidence. And you can think of this like a tree, where the root is the subconscious mind, and the root is what the subconscious thoughts and feelings and beliefs that you feel about yourself, truly feel about yourself. This is the stuff we can't see. And the expression of that tree, the health of that tree, that is what we do see. So that is how we see you play out in real life, the things you say, think, do. Things like overthinking, replaying conversations, needing validation by texts, likes, responses, silencing yourself, people pleasing, and these are overarching. There are so many. Mood swings, shame, anger, regret, avoiding or sabotaging opportunities subconsciously, and then feeling shame around it and feeling sad about it. And if you recognize any of these symptoms, that is a sign that your self-worth needs to go down into the root of the tree, and we need to start to look at nourishing your self-worth in the subconscious mind rather than just dealing with what we see on top. Because the reason that you're acting in this way is because this is what your nervous system was trained to do. It is the training that we had from our upbringing. And so that doesn't mean it has to be your life story. It just basically tells you what you're working with, which is a good thing. Today, I'm really going to focus in on what it is that you can do to actually heal your tree from the root. So what we need to know just at the most basic level is that our brains literally get addicted and wired to repeated thought loops. Those are based on important life experiences of our past. Thinking about what has happened in the past is just so much safer, more familiar. It's easier than facing the unknown, facing a challenge of building a new pathway. It literally takes training. And that's why it's so hard to change. We don't have that training. And the brain hates a blank slate. So you can't blame the brain. It just wants to know what's next. So it just simply keeps recycling old stories instead of imagining something new. It's living in the past rather than building a new future, which is why you might experience some different situations, but they kind of all have the same vibe. They all have the same energy. They might have the same feel to them. Just like this frequency of like, oh, like I can't get to the next level. I can't get what I actually truly desire. That's because we're kind of chasing those same frequency situations. This is all good news to know this because you can rewire this. It is completely changeable. It is what I did. And this moment right now, this is our moment. This is our opportunity to rewire it. So don't let this moment pass you by. Don't let this video pass you by. This is your calling right now. It's why the women that I have in my system sign up, because once you see this pattern, you can actually start to break it. And consistency is key. So I'll show you next what you can do to start. So how does it feel to know that this is actually part of the process? It's allowed. We can kind of surrender to all of the deeper rooted self-worth challenges that we have. How does that mindset shift feel? Comment below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's stop living in the past and let's start attracting the life that we want starting today. Here's one trick, one thing that if you're going to do anything today, you can start here. It's called your TrueSelf Blueprint in the Self-Worth System. Most of us lose touch with who we really are because we're kind of too busy living for other people and the patterns of the life that's been created for us in a way, essentially chasing validation in whatever way, shape, or form. So what happens is we end up shape-shifting in order to feel loved. We end up quieting our own voice. We kind of forget what it is that we feel inside because we are too busy trying to prove our love externally or do something for somebody else before we do it for ourselves. So right now there is a moment, if you choose to take it, where you get to ask, who am I when I am not chasing someone, something, a feeling? You get to ask, what life do I really want? And how do I want to feel when I wake up and go to bed? Because feeling is the most important thing. Our brain remembers feeling. And if it's a significant feeling, it will hold on to that feeling. So your true self blueprint is all about remembering that. It's remembering that important feeling and what it is that brought that feeling. Rediscovering the parts of you that got buried underneath other past significant events and created coping mechanisms, patterns. This is the pain that we're uncovering. And underneath that is your personal map. You have a map inside. This personal map is a guide to the life that you want that feels good. It includes your purpose. It includes your passions. With this knowledge, we can start to manifest that into life, but we can't do that if we don't know what it is. The brain, the universe, nothing can deliver on vague messages. So if we're not spending a lot of time on this, it's not going to come. So when you get super, super duper crystal clear on what it is that you want for you, then you stop recycling old stories and you start magnetizing new ones. Clarity is what creates momentum. Now, in the self-worth system, we have a 5-phase process where I help you to release the past so that you can kind of discover who you are in a streamlined way. But today, I don't have time for that. So we're going to jump to discovering your true self blueprint. Because if I can kind of give you anything in this video, it is that clarity creates manifestation. Because you don't heal by doing the same things you've always done. You heal by doing something different. And reconnecting with you and making that clear vision is what you're going to do today. And that involves asking questions that I'm about to ask you. So right now, what I want you to do is to go grab a pen and paper. I don't want you to do this on your computer. The brain registers with handwriting if possible. As a second resort, you can use your computer, but grab a pen and paper if you can. You can pause this video and then come right back. Okay, so at the top of this piece of paper, I want you to write my true self blueprint. And then I want you to answer these questions, and you can pause as you go. Number 1, what kind of relationships do I actually want? You can talk about feeling. How do they feel? What qualities do they have? Number 2, what do I want my days to feel like? And we're talking about feeling. We're not talking about like specifics. We're talking about how do you want to feel in your day. Close your eyes, write it down, feel it. Number 3, what's one thing I want to try or create for myself this year, in this next year? What is one thing you want to try or create for yourself? For you, for not anyone else. One thing. And if you don't know, you can just write down, I'm ready to figure it out. You can write something so vague or so crystal clear. Write whatever comes to mind. Because you do not have to solve it today. What you need to do today is start and then go do it again tomorrow. Do it again the next day. Create more clarity and get the brain working to solve these questions, to really figure out what's hiding underneath. Because you're not here to just survive this stage of low self-worth. You're here to transform it. And this video, this can be your turning point. This can be where you say, I am not living my life to abandon myself for something or somebody else anymore. Drop a comment below if you are ready to do this. And it might be scary and it might be uncomfortable and you might be resisting it, but that is the point. You just say, I'm ready to choose me, and you say it over and over again. And if this resonates, imagine what can become possible for you if you do a little bit every day. You can do this. And if you need more support, if you need the tools to rewire, that is exactly what I do. I guide women through the self-worth system through 5 phases to help get through these challenging times and rewire the brain so that it can become true, clear, and free. So that you can break free from toxic patterns. You can finally live with magnetic confidence. You can finally be you. Check the link in my description if that is something that you're interested in, if you want to learn more, if you want to book a call. Ultimately, remember this. Confidence is not something you find out there in the world. Confidence is something that you create from within. It's in the root of your self-worth, in the root of your subconscious, in the root of who you are. It's the natural result of knowing your worth and choosing you again and again. And if this resonated with you, I would love for you to subscribe, comment, like. I'd love to hear from you because the community is really important to me. And knowing who it is that I'm touching really touches my heart. So if I made your day, if I made your moment, just let me know because you will make mine. And at the end of the day, I want you to know that you are not alone. This is how we change the pattern together.